Happiness is not something you wait for. It is something you train your brain to notice. Most people believe happiness requires big life changes. More money, more success, more recognition. For years, I believed happiness required big life changes, until I burned out chasing a promotion I thought would fix everything. That's when I found neuroscience telling a different, quieter story. Your brain rewires itself through tiny, repeated actions. Not once, not occasionally, but daily. These are called micro habits. Behaviors so small your brain doesn't resist them, yet powerful enough to reshape your emotional baseline over time. Today, I will show you 6 tiny habits that quietly train your brain to feel happier every single day. No dramatic life overhaul required. Let's begin. Habit 1. Name one good thing immediately after waking up. Before you check your phone, before your feet touch the floor, ask yourself one simple question. What is one thing that is good in my life right now? It can be anything. Your health, someone you love, the chance to start again today, even something as small as your morning coffee. Here's why this works. Your brain has a built-in negativity bias. It naturally scans for problems because, historically, survival depended on detecting threats. But when you deliberately search for something positive, you activate the brain's reticular activating system, the network that decides what your brain notices throughout the day. In other words, what you look for, you start seeing everywhere. Do this long enough and your brain stops defaulting to stress. It begins defaulting to possibility. This habit takes 5 seconds, but it changes the lens through which you experience your entire day. Habit 2. Step into natural light within the first 10 minutes. Morning light is not just pleasant. It is neurological fuel. Exposure to natural light early in the day helps regulate your circadian rhythm, boosts serotonin, and improves mood stability. Think of sunlight as a biological start button for emotional balance. You don't need a long walk. Just step outside, open a window, stand on a balcony. Even 1 minute matters. People often chase happiness through complicated routines, yet ignore one of the most powerful mood regulators available to them: the sky. Train your brain to associate mornings with light, and you quietly train it toward emotional steadiness. Habit 3. Celebrate tiny wins out loud. Most people achieve things all day and emotionally ignore every single one. You finished a task, you resisted procrastination, you made a healthy choice, and your brain says, next. But here is what neuroscience shows. Progress triggers dopamine. Dopamine reinforces behavior. When you pause and acknowledge a small win, even by saying, "good job" to yourself, you strengthen the neural pathway that says, this behavior matters. Repeat it. High performers do not just chase big victories. They build momentum through microscopic ones. Stop waiting for major milestones to feel proud. Tiny progress, recognized consistently, becomes lasting confidence. Habit 4. Ask this question once a day. What went well? At the end of your day, resist the brain's urge to replay mistakes. Instead, ask, what went well today? Not what was perfect, not what changed your life, just what went well. Research in positive psychology shows that reflecting on positive experiences helps your brain store them more deeply, making them easier to recall later. Memory is not a recording device, and it is selective. If you never revisit good moments, your brain quietly deletes them. Over time, this habit builds something incredibly powerful: evidence that your life contains more good than your stress tries to convince you. Habit 5. Send one unexpected positive message. Happiness multiplies when it moves outward. Each day, send one short message. I appreciate you. I was thinking about you. You did great today. No occasion required. Here's the hidden neurological benefit. Acts of kindness activate the brain's reward circuitry, releasing dopamine and oxytocin, chemicals strongly tied to emotional warmth and connection. But there is something even deeper happening. You stop seeing the world as neutral or hostile and start experiencing it as relational. Humans are wired for connection. When you initiate positivity, your brain interprets the environment as safer, and a brain that feels safe is a brain that allows happiness. Habit 6. Take 3 slow breaths before any stressful moment. Stress is often automatic. Calm can be trained. Before opening a difficult email, before responding in frustration, before entering a tense conversation, pause. Take 3 slow breaths. Long inhale. Longer exhale. This signals the parasympathetic nervous system, your brain's calming mechanism, that you are not in danger. Within seconds, your heart rate steadies. Your thinking becomes clearer. Your emotional reactions soften. You stop operating from survival mode and start responding from awareness. Happiness is not the absence of stress. It is the ability to return to calm faster. And this tiny pause teaches your brain exactly how to do that. The hidden truth about happiness. Most people search for happiness in major life upgrades. But neuroscience suggests a quieter truth. Your brain does not transform through intensity. It transforms through repetition. Tiny habits may feel insignificant in the moment, almost too small to matter. Yet these are the behaviors that slowly reset your emotional baseline. One day you wake up and realize something has changed. You react less. You appreciate more. You feel lighter without knowing exactly when it happened. That is how real change looks. Subtle, gradual, lasting. So do not ask, will this tiny habit change my life today? Ask instead, what is this teaching my brain to feel tomorrow? Start with one habit. Make it automatic. Then watch what happens to the way you experience your days. Because happiness is rarely a breakthrough. More often, it is a trained pattern. Tell me in the comments which one you're starting with. I read everyone. If this video helped rewire your perspective even a little, consider subscribing. We make videos like this every week to help you train your brain for a better life.